Hello, and welcome to Voices from the Classroom, a reflective space where we slow down, listen deeply, and think carefully. I'm your host, Mercy Nduli, a teacher, a long life learner, and currently a master's student at Aga Khan University, IED, East Africa, Dar es Salaam. Our today's conversation focuses on reflective practice, and our guest is Teresa Maundu, a teacher and a master's student as well. Teresa is currently conducting a research on reflective practice, and that makes our today's conversation very intentional. One thing I appreciate about her work is the way she presents reflective practice not as a standalone activity. And by engaging in this platform, we're going to be able to learn what does it entail to become a reflective practitioner. Karibu sana Terry.
Asante Mercy, thank you so much for the invitation. My name is Teresa Maundu. I'm an educator. I understand classroom pressure. I'm also a team building coach. I know even when the teachers are doing their best, but they are in a toxic environment, there's an issue. So I try as much as possible to talk to the teachers, to bring the activities that bring collaboration and cooperation in their teaching environment. I am also a mentor. I guide educators in this journey of reflective practice and growth. Thank you so much for appreciating my study. It's actually, I'm doing reflective practice in teacher education institutions. I'll begin by explaining what reflective practice is. Reflective practice is a systematic inquiry process that the teachers analyze their teaching experiences, their assumption, and even the learners' responses or experiences, so as to be able to improve their future practice. So it's a core professional competence in competence-based education, because it helps teachers to be able to adapt to diverse learners' needs in their classrooms. Yes.
Thank you, Terry, for that highlight. It actually brings us to a point whereby we get to understand that reflection is more of professional awareness. And it's something as educators we need to embrace.
Sure.
Now, from your point of perspective as a teacher, as a researcher, what does reflection entail? Is it different from the routine thinking, or is it just the same as the routine thinking? What's the difference between routine thinking and reflective thinking?
Okay, when you talk about routine thinking, it's just the normal way of doing things teachers have been doing in class, whereby a teacher comes in class with a lesson plan, lesson notes, you teach the class a very good mastery of content, and you get out of class. That is just normal routine.
The routine now.
What we used to call it teacher-centered teaching. Which now we are shifting to learner-centered, whereby the teacher gets in class, all the activities in class, the teaching and learning is centered in learner's perspective. So here the teacher will be interested with what are the learning challenges of our learners, how are my learners learning. So you'll put the experience, the interest of the learner, the context of the learner at the center of the instruction. And that is what we call learn-centered. In fact, it's something that is seriously being emphasized in the new curriculum. You understand that?
Yeah, I get it. Because it's actually shifting learning from the theory-based approach to more of skill-based approach.
Sure.
Because do that, you'll be able to integrate some of the core competencies of the CBC.
Yes.
Now, getting us to that point, I think at some point an educator needs to understand, as much as we are talking of the reflective thinking, when should it happen?
Okay.
Is there a specific time? Should it be, is it just a process? So can you make it better?
Yeah, when I was explaining the meaning of reflective practice, I said it's a process.
Yeah.
But this time round, when it comes to teaching and learning, it's something that is continuous in the learning and teaching. It's something that teachers need to embed in teaching and learning. It's not something that just as you have said, as a standalone activity or a discrete skill, where teachers they only reflect after they are done with the lesson. This is something where the teacher is supposed to plan before you begin the lesson. So you ask yourself, what are the needs of my learners? What do I expect in the class? Whom am I going to teach? And then when you get in class, how is my lesson? What are the challenges?
Yeah.
What is the what are
the learning outcomes?
What is the interest of my learners?
Yeah.
How can I better my instruction? You reflect the effectiveness of your instruction depending on the learner's responses. So then, after you're done with the teaching, you also reflect, how was my lesson?
Yeah.
And why was it like that? And how I can improve it.
Yeah.
So in this case, Scones 1983 said that there are 3 forms of reflective practice, whereby we have reflection in action, where you reflect while you are teaching, reflection on action, where you reflect after you teach, and then there's a reflection for action. You reflect depending on the response and the evidence from the learners, what you're going to improve in your next lesson. So those 3 forms of reflections are very important, and every teacher should ensure that you use those 3 forms for a lesson to be successful. Remember, reflective practice is a core professional competence in in competence-based education. Actually, it has been emphasized because reflective practice makes teacher become adaptable to the diversity in our classes. And it also brings other competencies in the competence-based education be seen clearly. For example, collaboration, problem solving, creativity. So it's a skill that every teacher should embrace. Yes.
Thank you. Now, from your point of approach, then we get to understand that when you talk of reflective practice, it's a professional responsibility. Something which cannot be left behind, as long as you need an outcome at the end of the learning. Now, if I were to use this quote, which says that we don't learn from experience. We don't learn from experience, but we learn through reflecting on the experiences. How does that resonate with you?
In fact, that's a quote from Dawes. That we learn best when we think of what we have undergone. Like, you learn best how you can better your instruction. For example, if you're a teacher, from what you have seen in your lesson, how you have felt in your lesson, how the learners were responding. So all those experiences, if you think about them, that brings a long-lasting lesson. And that's why Dawes said that we don't learn from experience. We learn through thinking of our experiences. Yes.
So, and I just want to hope that does not contradict the opinion of having an experience as a teacher makes you a better teacher. But reflecting on your experiences makes you a better teacher.
Sure.
Sure.
And that's why a teacher can have a 20 years of experience, but still there is no growth.
There's no growth.
But another teacher who has 1 year of experience is very innovative, creative, and the difference comes in for it comes in because of reflection. Do you think about your practice when you are teaching? You know, if you don't think, you stagnate. You repeat the same errors. You don't make any improvement. But every time you think, even if you don't have a long period of experience, you every time you find that you have made some improvement. So that's why that kind of thinking is very important in everything that you do in class. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that, because I want just to put some emphasis on it, because the moment you reflect in a process of learning, you get to understand what went well, what went wrong, what can you improve, what did you do better. So in the process of all these engagements, then that makes you a better educator, or a better teacher, from whichever dimension we are speaking from.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you, Terry, for bringing us to such a point of getting to understand what reflection is.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, from your point of perspective as a researcher, what is the impact of becoming a reflective practitioner, especially in the process of teaching and learning? What are some of the benefits?
So, okay, thank you, Mercy. A reflective practitioner, one is able to grow. You are able to grow through making improvement on your instruction. The other thing, you are able to understand your learners and meet their needs, their learning needs. So when you meet the learners' needs, you know the results are good. The outcomes are good. The other thing of
it brings the concept of being able to appreciate diversity in teaching and learning. At the same time, it brings that differentiated learning, as long as you embrace reflection.
It also encourages creativity and innovation. So actually, we encourage teachers to be reflective. Because even when you become reflective, you also see your learners are changing the way they engage in class. If you meet their needs, they are responding by
the engagement also improves.
Their engagement increases.
Because for one, it even brings the learner at the center of teaching and learning, such that the learners feel they are valued. It is not the teacher who is there giving the instructions, and then at the end of the lesson, the teacher wraps it up, and then it becomes a day. But the moment you engage in the reflective, as you begin the lesson, you can gauge what is expected of
the
you.
lesson. You can get them. Even after the lesson, ask them, how was the lesson? What was the challenge? Why was the challenge? How? In fact, when you are you reflect together with your learners. You reflect together with your learners to improve the instruction. You don't reflect alone.
You don't reflect alone.
Yes.
Sure. Now, and then trying to imagine, what if not this reflective practice is not there? It's either absent or superficial. What are some of the issues you expect?
When a teacher doesn't reflect, brings about stagnation, that you repeat the same errors every now and then because you are not thinking about it. Two, you find that the learners are disengaged because they are not following what you are teaching since you are not meeting their learning needs. So the learners become disengaged. And that's why we encourage teachers those who have a problem with classroom management
Mm-hmm.
to reflect on their practice so that they can bring learners back to their classes.
And they as well become better educators in one way or the other.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, using this remark of learning without reflecting is a waste.
It's a waste.
And reflecting without learning
it's dangerous.
Is dangerous.
Yes.
How true is that?
That's very true.
What are some of the dangers of reflecting without learning?
By the most dangerous thing when a teacher is not reflecting is losing your learners. What are you doing in class if you are not together with your learners? Because if you are not meeting their needs, what are you doing in the class?
There's nothing going on there.
That is the most dangerous thing. So teachers, if you want to be in the same
the same page
with your learners,
reflection is a must.
It's a must.
It's a must.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's very crucial, important. Yes.
For you to engage in it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Terry, for those words of wisdom. And actually thinking of researching with us. It's something we appreciate.
Thank you.
For the whole of that journey you've walked, coming up with your proposal, getting to this point whereby you're going to collect the data and engage in your research topic, what are some of the things in general you can highlight in this platform?
Pardon?
As a researcher, now that you're going in the field, and you're going to be working on your topic of reflective practice, what are some of the things you can give us as a wrap for the whole thing on reflective practice?
And especially to teachers, I would like to advise you teachers, let us not be passengers in our classroom. Let us be architects in our classroom.
Yeah.
And we can only be architects if we think about our action, if we think about our instructions, if we think about our strategies. So that's very important.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So teachers need to take this as their personal responsibility.
Sure.
They embrace it. And actually that comes with a lot of intention in whatever you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah. Everyday engagements you'll get that purpose. What is your intention? Because the moment you learn to become a practitioner, in everything you do, you get to ask yourself, what is the intention? What is the outcome? Yeah. And that, at the end of the day, makes all of us better in one way or the other. Yeah. Thank you, Terry, for choosing to be here. And thank you to our viewers for as well engaging with us. And just before we give it a wrap, I want to say that to my viewers, let every experience come with an impact. Let every experience you go through come with an impact. Yeah. And through that, we're all going to become reflective practitioners.
Sure.
Yeah. Jerry,
before we end the show, I would like to appreciate Professor Jane Rariera and Dr. Nicholas Wachira for their guidance in this study. In fact, they're the ones who helped me mark the track of my study, and I really appreciate their efforts. These are lecturers in IED East Africa, Dar es Salaam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Terry, for sharing those words of wisdom with us. We really appreciate. From Voices from the Classroom, we say thank you. Until next time, stay kind. Bye.
Bye.